streets of Paris buzzed with life as Napoleon Bonaparte, at the height of his power, walked through the city in disguise. He often did this to understand his people better, to see their joys and their woes with his own eyes. This evening, however, his stroll took an unexpected turn. Near the bustling Place de la Concorde, he noticed a peculiar sight. A man with a tangled beard and sharp eyes reclining in a wooden barrel. The barrel itself rested precariously against a weathered stone wall, its occupant exuding a strange mix of indifference and defiance. Around him, curious onlookers murmured, but the man paid them no heed. Intrigued, Napoleon approached, his soldiers hanging back at a discreet distance. "You there," said the emperor, his voice commanding. "What business have you living in a barrel in the heart of my empire?" The man looked up lazily, shielding his eyes from the fading sun with a hand. "I could ask you the same, little man. What business have you, ruling an empire?" A ripple of gas spread through the crowd, but Napoleon laughed, a sharp, unexpected bark. "You dare mock Napoleon Bonaparte? Do you know who I am?" "I know exactly who you are," the man replied. "A conqueror, a collector of lands and titles. But tell me, have you found what you're looking for? Or is your ambition an endless hunger?" The emperor, taken aback by the directness, folded his arms. "And who are you to lecture me? A beggar." "I am Diogenes," the man said with a grin. "A philosopher who needs nothing but the freedom to speak his mind. In this fine barrel, of course." Napoleon, fascinated despite himself, sat down on a nearby crate. "Tell me, philosopher, what wisdom do you offer from your barrel?" Diogenes gestured expansively. "Wisdom? You are surrounded by marble halls and scholars who flatter your every thought. What would you want with the wisdom of a man who lives with the dogs?" "Perhaps precisely that," Napoleon said, leaning forward. "Your kind sees the world as it truly is, unvarnished. What do you think of power?" Diogenes snorted. "Power? A fool's pursuit. Today you stand atop the world, and tomorrow you could be beneath it. Alexander the Great once visited me and asked if he could grant me anything. Do you know what I asked? What? That he step aside so he'd stop blocking my sunlight." The philosopher smirked. "Great men love to think they grant favors, but the universe grants everything we truly need. The rest is distraction." Napoleon's expression darkened. "You speak as if ambition is a curse. But without ambition, where would humanity be?" "Free," Diogenes said simply. "Your ambition builds empires and kills millions. My lack of ambition harms no one, and yet I am content. Can you say the same, Emperor?" The crowd fell silent, their eyes darting between the two men. Napoleon stood abruptly, brushing dust from his coat. "You amuse me, Diogenes, but you are wrong. Ambition is the engine of history. Without it, the world stagnates." Diogenes tilted his head. "Perhaps, but if ambition is your engine, then contentment is mine. Let us see whose journey ends in peace." Napoleon stared at him for a long moment before nodding curtly. "Farewell, philosopher. May your barrel serve you well. And may your ambition not consume you," Diogenes called after him as the emperor strode away. The crowd dispersed, the spectacle over. Diogenes settled back into his barrel with a sigh of satisfaction. "Little emperors," he muttered, gazing at the twilight sky, "always so busy trying to conquer what cannot be held."